The Six-Day War, Tila, you just spoke about the Six-Day War. I think we can definitely say that the Six-Day War was an unbelievable, miraculous military achievement, right? We all agree on that, right? On the first day of the war, we managed to take down all the air forces of all Arab armies around us. We've managed to bring back to the Jewish people the Sinai Peninsula, the Golan Heights, Judea and Samaria, Jerusalem. Who doesn't remember Motagu, the commander of the paratrooper brigade, standing on Mount Scopus, actually right there, between these three buildings up there, giving the historic order for his soldiers to march down to the old city of Jerusalem. Nachon? To those of you who speak Hebrew, I'll say it in Hebrew. אנחנו יושבים על הרכס שצופה אל העיר העתיקה, ועוד מעט אנחנו ניכנס אליה. העיר העתיקה של ירושלים שכל הדורות חלמו עליה וכספו עליה, ואנחנו נהיה הראשונים להיכנס אליה. לנוע אל השער. מסדר הסיום יהיה על הרחבה למעלה. And he's giving this historic order, and only half an hour later, without even a single bullet was shot, he was shouting to the radio, Har Habayit Biyadenu. The Temple Mount is in our hands. Now, that's the part of the story that everybody knows. But there's another part of the story that almost nobody knows. Right after he's giving this order, two young soldiers climbing up on the peak of the Dome of the Rock, and they're putting the flag of Israel on the Dome of the Rock. Now, the reason nobody knows that it ever happened is because Moshe Dayan, the Minister of Defense, was so furious when he heard that. And he gave the order to immediately take down the flag. And he even said that if he could, he would storm the Temple Mount and he would tear down the flag with his teeth. This is how he said. Now, I remember as a young kid hearing this story, and I thought to myself, what is going on? Who does that? What other nation pray and cry for 2,000 years and hope to come back to this place? And the second we're getting back, what are we doing? With our own hands, we're giving it back to our enemies. Who does that? So as much as the Six-Day War was an unbelievable, miraculous military achievement, at the same time it was an historic missed opportunity. And I feel that we are exactly in the same position right now. We are after unbelievable, unimaginable military achievements. We've took down Nasrallah. Hezbollah is no longer here. The Assad regime is no longer here. Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, Ismail Haniyeh, the Houthi government, the Iranian nuclear program, all gone. We've changed the Middle East. But let's be honest. Look how hard it is for us to achieve the same decisive victory where? In Gaza, in Judea and Samaria, against our weakest and smallest of all our enemies. And Bezalel, you're sitting here, and I'm sure you can share with everybody. I'm just sitting in the Security and Foreign Affairs Committee, but we both have an experience working with the army, with the military, with the Shin Bet, and how hard it is to bring our generals to bring us a decisive victory against Hamas in Gaza and in Judea and Samaria. And I'm asking myself, why? Why is that so? And I think that the answer is that it's relatively easy for us as Jews to take down on the first day of the Six-Day War all the Arab air forces. It's relatively easy. It's relatively easy for us to strike in Tehran 2,000 kilometers away from our borders, and in Yemen 2,000 kilometers away. Relatively easy. And why? Because that's to practice the same muscle that we've used in the past 2,000 years. The muscle of survival. But to put a flag on Temple Mount and to achieve victory in Judea and Samaria and in Gaza, which we all understand what victory in Judea and Samaria means, right? It means applying sovereignty. That's the only victory. That requires a whole different thing. It requires us to realize, first and foremost, who we are. That's right. Why we are here. You know what? I would say even more, because we are all people of faith here. It requires us to realize that the land of Israel belongs to the people of Israel, not because we've said so, but because God said so. Amen. That's the problem. This is what maybe we are trying to escape.